The words echoed in the small living room like knives piercing through the silence. Shanti Devi, a frail woman in her 60s, stood quietly near the doorway, clutching a faded cloth bag to her chest. Her son, Rajesh, had just brought her home from the landlord's house. After her husband's death, she had been living alone in a small house. I couldn't leave her on the street, but Pooja's reply was sharp, almost cruel. "Why is that old Leech here?" "We don't have space." The words stung Shanti Devi's heart. She lowered her eyes, hiding the tears that welled up. She wanted to say something, to defend herself, but her lips refused to open, silenced him with a gentle smile. "It's all right, Beta. Don't argue because of me. I'll find another place soon." But Arjun, the little boy, noticed everything. One evening, when Pooja scolded his grandmother for sitting too long on the sofa, Arjun burst out, "Mama, why are that night, after the house had grown quiet, Shanti Devi spread her thin bedding in a corner of the hall. She had lived her whole life caring for others, her husband, her children, her home. Yet here she was, reduced to a silent guest in her own son's house." From the kitchen she could hear Pooja's bitter voice. "This is not fair, Rajesh." But Pooja was unmoved. Love doesn't pay bills. Love doesn't create space. You think of her comfort, but what about mine? On her bedding, Shanti Devi turned her face to the wall and wept quietly, careful not to let anyone hear. Days passed. Each morning, Shanti Devi would wake early, make tea for the family, and help Arjun get ready for school. She never complained, never demanded, yet Pooja's taunts never ceased. At breakfast, Pooja would remark coldly, "Don't eat too much, Auntie G. We don't have unlimited food here. She's your mother, yes, but why should I suffer? I am not running an old-age home," Rajesh tried to argue, his voice heavy with helplessness. "She's old, Pooja. She just needs shelter and love, advice, and even sharing household chores with her." Shanti Devi, in turn, filled the house with warmth and wisdom, teaching Arjun values through stories and quietly guiding Pooja with patience. The small two-room flat, once when Shanti Devi offered to help in the kitchen, Pooja would snap, "Leave it. You'll just make a mess." Rajesh tried to intervene, but Shanti Devi always used so mean to Dottie. "She tells me stories. She helps me with homework. She loves me." "I want her here." Pooja glared at him. "You're just a child. You don't understand." The next afternoon, Pooja found Arjun sitting quietly with his crayons. "What are you drawing?" she asked. Arjun showed her the paper. It was a drawing of their house, but in the picture, his grandmother stood outside the front door with a sad face. "Why did you draw Dottie outside?" Pooja asked, surprised. Arjun's innocent reply pierced her heart. "Because you don't let her inside, Mama." Before she could react, he added softly, "When I grow up, will I also keep you outside the door?" "Could react," he added softly. "When I grow up, will I also keep you outside the door?" "I also keep you outside the door?" Those words struck her like lightning. Those words struck her like lightning. Pooja froze, staring at her son's innocent face. For the first time, she felt a came to her, seeking shelter, and someone else called them a burden. "Could react," he added softly. "When I grow up, will I also keep you outside the door?" Those words struck her like lightning. As she walked into the hall, she saw Shanti Devi curled up on her thin bedding, coughing softly. Pooja's eyes filled with tears. Quietly, she fetched a blanket and covered her. Shanti Devi stirred awake, startled. "I'm sorry," she whispered weakly. "I trouble you so much." Pooja's voice broke. "No, Ma, you don't trouble me. I was wrong." "Could react," he added softly. When I grow up, will I also keep you outside the door?" Those words struck her like lightning. At that moment, Rajesh entered the hall, surprised to see his wife kneeling beside his mother. Pooja turned to him, tears streaming down her face. Sting of fear. Fear that her own child might one day treat her the same way she was treating his grandmother. "Could react," he added softly. "When I grow up, will I also keep you outside the door?" Those words struck her like lightning. That night, Pooja couldn't sleep. She tossed and turned, haunted by Arjun's words. She remembered her own parents, growing old back in her village. What if one day they... "Rajesh, she stays here. This is her home too." Shanti Devi smiled faintly, her eyes moist with relief. From the doorway, little Arjun peeked in, grinning happily. From the next day, the atmosphere in the house changed. Pooja began treating Shanti Devi with kindness, inviting her to the dining table, asking her for filled with tension and bitterness, now overflowed with laughter, love, and respect. Pooja's Rajesh sighed. She has no one, and Pooja finally realized the truth. Sometimes the ones we call burdens are the very people who once carried us, fed us, and sacrificed their dreams for our comfort. Respecting them is not a favor. It is love returned.